Today we delve into the world of personal effectiveness, exploring the masterpiece by r.covey titled The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This 381-page book is more than just a read. It's a journey towards becoming the best version of oneself. It's a tool that has shaped minds and influenced lives across the globe. The book unfolds with a simple yet profound roadmap, divided into 7 chapters, each representing a habit. Habit 1, be proactive. Habit 2, begin with the end in mind. Habit 3, put first things first. Habit 4, think win-win. Habit 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Habit 6, synergize. And finally, Habit 7, sharpen the saw. These habits, when practiced, can lead to a life of fulfillment, effectiveness, and personal mastery. Now let's dive into each habit and discover what makes them so effective. The first habit Covey discusses is being proactive. Now, what does it mean to be proactive? It's all about taking the reins of your own life. It's about choosing to act, rather than being acted upon. It's about taking responsibility for our own actions and decisions, not blaming others or circumstances for our lot in life. Let's imagine a scenario: you're not a morning person, but you've always wanted to start a regular exercise routine. Being proactive in this situation means setting your alarm for an earlier time, pushing yourself out of bed and hitting the gym, or going for a run. It's not about waiting for motivation to strike or blaming your lack of fitness on your busy schedule. It's about making a decision and following through. Or consider this. You've always wanted to learn a new language or skill, but you're always too tired after work. A proactive approach would be to sign up for an evening class or online course and dedicating a set time each day to learning. It's about choosing your response to your circumstances. Being proactive isn't about having control over everything that happens to us. We can't control the weather, the traffic, or the actions of others. But we can control how we respond to these things. We can choose to let them ruin our day, or we can choose to adapt and move forward. Being proactive means taking control of your life, not just reacting to what life throws at you. Habit 2, begin with the end in mind, is all about setting clear goals. Imagine you're about to embark on a journey. You wouldn't just start walking without knowing where you're going, would you? The same applies to our personal and professional lives. Having a clear vision of what we want to achieve is paramount. Consider a student who dreams of graduating with honors. This student doesn't just wade through their academic life aimlessly. Instead, they have a clear goal in mind. They study diligently, attend all lectures, and submit assignments on time. Every action they take is driven by their ultimate goal: to graduate at the top of their class. Now let's apply this principle to the business world. A successful business doesn't operate haphazardly. It sets clear, measurable targets, perhaps a revenue target for the year, or a specific number of new clients to acquire. Every decision made, every strategy implemented is guided by these targets. In both these examples, a clear end goal provides direction. It helps us prioritize our actions, make informed decisions, and stay motivated even when things get tough. So, the next time you embark on a new project or set a new goal, remember to begin with the end in mind. Have a clear vision of what you want to achieve. This clarity will serve as your compass, guiding you towards your destination. When you start with a clear destination in mind, every step you take moves you closer to your goal. The third habit Covey presents is put first things first. This principle is all about learning how to prioritize. It's about recognizing the difference between what is important and what is urgent, and then making a conscious decision to focus on the important tasks, even if they aren't the most urgent ones demanding your attention. Just imagine, you have a project due tomorrow, and at the same time, the latest episode of your favorite series just dropped. It's trending and everyone's talking about it. The temptation is real to hit play and immerse yourself in the drama. But here's where habit 3 comes in. Put first things first. That project, it's important. The series? It's urgent because it feels like if you don't watch it now, you'll miss out. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not important. The key is to resist the pull of urgency in favor of what truly matters. This habit teaches us that we have the power to choose our actions, rather than simply reacting to the demands of our environment. It's about taking control and structuring our lives around the most significant and meaningful things. So, next time you're faced with a choice between an important task and an urgent distraction, remember this habit. Choose to put first things first. Remember, not everything urgent is important, and not everything important is urgent. Now let's quickly go through the last 4 habits. The fourth habit Covey lays out in his book is called Think Win-Win. This habit encourages us to approach conflicts and negotiations from a perspective of mutual benefit. Instead of viewing situations as zero-sum games where one person's gain is another person's loss, we should strive for outcomes where everyone comes out ahead. Here's an example. Let's say you and a coworker are competing for a promotion. Instead of sabotaging each other's efforts, you could both work together to improve overall productivity, thus increasing the chances that you both might be promoted. Next up, we have habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. This habit emphasizes the importance of empathetic communication. It's about truly listening to others, understanding their point of view, before making our own understood. For instance, if a friend is upset, instead of rushing to give advice or share your own experiences, try to understand their feelings and perspective first. This way, your response will be more helpful and meaningful to them. The 6th habit Covey mentions is synergize. This habit is all about teamwork and cooperation. It's about recognizing that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. When we synergize, we leverage the strengths of others to achieve more than we could have alone. Consider a basketball team. Each player has unique skills and strengths. When they work together, they can achieve much more than if each player was trying to score all the points individually. And finally, we have habit 7, sharpen the saw. This habit is about continuous learning and self-improvement. It's about keeping yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally fit for the challenges that come your way. Just like a woodcutter who takes time to sharpen his saw to cut more efficiently, we too need to invest time in ourselves to become more effective. For example, you might commit to reading a new book every month, or taking up a new hobby, or practicing mindfulness. These activities help to keep your mind sharp, your body healthy, and your spirit fulfilled. So, to recap, the 4th habit, think win-win, encourages us to seek mutual benefit in all interactions. The 5th habit, seek first to understand, then to be understood, emphasizes empathetic communication. The 6th habit, synergize, is all about the power of teamwork and cooperation. And the 7th habit, sharpen the saw, reminds us of the importance of continuous learning and self-improvement. These last 4 habits teach us about empathy, cooperation, and continuous self-improvement, all essential for personal effectiveness. So there you have it, the 7 habits of highly effective people. Each one is a stepping stone, building on the last, leading you towards personal and professional effectiveness. We started with being proactive, taking control of our own lives rather than letting life control us. Then we moved on to beginning with the end in mind, setting a clear vision for our future to guide our actions. Next, we learned about putting first things first, prioritizing what truly matters. And finally, we explored the last 4 habits, which revolve around the principles of empathy, synergy, self-renewal, and inspiring others. Each habit, each principle, is a tool in your arsenal, equipping you to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. But remember, knowing these habits is just the first step. The real journey begins when you start incorporating them into your daily routine. Remember, effectiveness comes from mastering these habits and making them a part of your daily life. So keep practicing, keep growing, and stay effective.